Imagine you're heading somewhere and suddenly spot an animal in trouble. Could you just walk away? If not, this video will really boost your faith in humanity. First up, there's a deer that couldn't see and thought it was being stalked by a predator. Turns out, it had its own guardian angel. Then, a baby elephant clumsily fell into a ditch and thought its family would leave it behind. Instead, they called for help, and with an excavator, people got the little one out. This mama elephant has better manners than most people I know. A starving wolf was so desperate it had to ask a human for help. The kind person didn't hesitate and gave away all the food he had. This horse hadn't seen the sun in 10 years, and its neglected hooves had grown a meter long. It seemed like it would never walk comfortably again, but thanks to some caring people, it can now run in the sunshine. A man knew a parking lot wasn't a good home for a kitten, so he took it in and gave it a loving new family. A penguin had no chance against killer whales, but some people on a boat became its unexpected saviors. An overheated duckling was rescued by a quick-thinking man who knew exactly what to do. Now it's back with its siblings. Finally, a hungry fox tried to steal food from some fishermen, but instead of getting mad, the man decided to share his food. A gosling got stuck between some rocks while trying to join its family. It was just waiting for a miracle, and that miracle arrived in the form of a kind woman. A mama dog was desperately begging people for help, but only one man took the time to follow her. His actions saved two small but precious lives, and now they're best friends forever. A little monkey got trapped in some bars, and its parents couldn't help. Even the rescuers struggled because the mother was panicking, but they didn't give up and eventually freed the little one. After putting out a firefighter spotted an unconscious kitten in the house. He could have just walked past it, but he knew every life is worth saving. A woman found a very dehydrated cockatriel in the middle of the road, and she knew exactly what to do: take it home. Now her family has one more happy member. This little guy met the most enthusiastic rescuer ever. When a bald eagle couldn't take off, the rescuers realized something was wrong. Earning the eagle's trust wasn't easy, but they did it. After some rehab, this majestic bird will be able to fly again. Check out this turtle, carrying a whole ecosystem on its back. But with all those shells come parasites. This man cleaned up the turtle and saved its life. These whales were almost free in the open sea when they got trapped in ice and started to panic. It took people 8 hours to rescue them and stop them from suffocating. This baby shark will definitely remember this as one of the happiest days of its life. These people stopped a massive herd of camels in the middle of the desert to save their lives. They knew there wouldn't be any water for the next 160 kilometers. If the owner of this house hadn't come back in time, this dog wouldn't have lasted long in the 37°C heat. A safari was interrupted when the guide spotted a zebra lying on the ground, badly dehydrated. Everyone pitched in with their own water to save the zebra's life. This guy found 2 baby sea turtles and was helping them get to the ocean, thinking they were the only ones. He soon discovered there were more lost little babies. People found a baby seal cut off from the ocean and too tired to make its way back. As soon as they put it in the water, the seal perked right up. This fox got trapped in a wheel while searching for food. The only option was to take it to the professionals. A crocodile fell into an empty well and might have been stuck there forever, but these brave folks fought to save its life. It doesn't matter what you believe about evolution. When it's hot, we all need to stay hydrated. This bird even acted like a human. Imagine a mother hearing her child cry and not being able to help. She thought the man was there to harm her baby, but she was wrong. The man was actually there to help, and with a little patience, the baby was safe and protected. After a bombing, a man lost everything, including his dog, who didn't even have time to escape. The chances of finding the pup alive were slim, but the rescuers kept hope alive, and a miracle happened. The owner of an animal shelter went to check on his barking dogs and heard a tiny kitten crying for help. It looked like a happy ending, but if he hadn't come back the next day, the kitten might not have survived. Things couldn't get worse for this abandoned dog, and then it got electrocuted. The next 5 minutes were crucial, but against all odds, the dog survived. We don't know how this cow ended up in a canal, but we know it would have been impossible to get her out without heavy equipment. Luckily, the workers were ready to help. 2 cubs and their mother were at risk of becoming a meal for a pack of wolves, but a brave forester intervened and saved them. Check out this huge fin belonging to a 10-ton whale stuck in the mud in shallow water. It wouldn't have lasted until the tide came back, so these kind folks stayed by its side until it was safe. Freezing to death is a terrible fate, but these donkeys miraculously survived a night at 40 degrees Celsius. Watch these elephants blocking the road to ask for help. They figured out that a vehicle was needed to rescue their 8-month-old baby. The sight of the baby running to its mother is heartwarming. Humans shouldn't interfere with wildlife, but when a mountain vulture was left without a mother, people took a chance. For 136 days, they fed the bird with a drone until it could fly on its own. This guy couldn't think of any other way to save a fox than to throw down a rope. Apparently, this fox is quite clever. A sick puppy begged for help from everyone who passed by, but most people turned her away because of her appearance, except for one man. He saw that she was worth saving and gave her the help she needed. We don't know how this goat ended up on power lines, but its life depended on the people trying to rescue it. When their first plan failed, they quickly switched to a backup. So, you're old enough to have kids, but when you need help at home, you call your mom? Well, ducks are the same way. A goose without a beak can't eat, even if food is right in front of it. But this lucky goose became the first ever to have a 3D printed beak. This little fox, in serious trouble, made the bravest decision to cross the road, hoping humans would help. It worked. Watch as a man saves a baby bird from thirst. Moments like this are truly heartwarming.